What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Kai Divar Show. Today we got my boy Christian here. We met through boxing, actually, and now I'm gonna ask him what got you into fighting and boxing and all that. Like, what originally got you started?
What originally got me started was I was living in Seattle, and I was at the mall with my girlfriend at the time, and had a little encounter with this fellow, and I just decided, if I really want to be able to protect, not only for other people but for myself as well, then I gotta do something about it.
Yeah.
And then when I moved back over here, I decided to take some classes, and then one thing led to another. Enjoyed it very much, and then wanted to compete, but never really got around to it.
So how old were you when that first happened? When that encounter happened?
I think I was like 21.
And how old are you now?
24.
Okay, so it wasn't that long ago then.
Yeah.
So like you just kind of like within the last few years really got into like boxing and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite boxer?
Roberto Duran.
I have no fucking clue who that even is. What weight class is that?
About 150
Okay.
or so. 150, 155.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. God, I love watching fighters, dude. Just like, especially like, I love super technical fighters, bro.
Yeah.
Because, obviously I don't know who this guy is, but like, Vasyl Lomachenko,
yeah.
Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis, Earl Spence, all the big name people. I fucking love watching, dude. Like, I hate it because like every time I watch boxing, it makes me want to fight. Like it makes I miss it so much sometimes. But it's like, for me, I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but the reason why I got out of boxing was because my Alzheimer's runs in my family.
Okay.
And so I didn't want to speed up that process if I did end up getting it, right? And it was just something like it. And like you know how boxing is, like you get hit in the head all the fucking time.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, yeah, I just didn't want to speed up that process, honestly. Like, cause I do miss it a ton. Like anytime a fucking fight comes on, bro, UFC, boxing, whatever it is, I just I get like a feeling in my chest and my stomach, like fuck, do I want to fucking let's go right now, bro. Then that shit's just like damn, like.
It definitely boosts your confidence.
Oh, it
100%.
does, dude. The thing is, too, with boxing, though, is that, like, it'll check your ego when you first start, too. Because, like, me and you both know, bro, we started at, like, the same time. And it was, like, bro, like, before you start actually fighting, like, trained and, like, actually competing and whatnot, you think you can beat anyone up. Like, you're super confident, super cocky. Then you actually get in the ring with each other, and it's like, nah, you're not as good as you fucking think, bro. And it's just kind of, it definitely, at first, it'll fucking, your confidence is like, alright, yeah, I'm not as good as I thought. But, like, I mean, that's good, because it kind of puts you into reality. Like,
oh, yeah, of course. I mean,
it humbles you.
I remember when I was first starting, it was actually right before COVID started. And, obviously COVID happened, so we took, like, months and months away where I couldn't even train.
Yeah.
But during that period, obviously I gained like a little bit of weight, but had altercations to where it put me in a position to where I thought I was too cocky. And luckily it didn't turn out bad for me, but it's still like that confidence is you think that you can dominate, and then you get into the ring and you find someone that is better or just as good as you are, and it's just like kind of makes you think like, oh shit,
yeah,
what am I thinking?
It definitely tests you for sure. Like it tests your mental strength and like your confidence in yourself, because if you don't like believe in yourself, then you're gonna get fucked every time. Like if you don't go in the ring with like complete and utter confidence, you're gonna get fucked.
Dude, yeah.
It's such a mental game, and people don't realize.
Or when you get hit, and you're like, oh shit.
Fuck.
You get hit and it's a good hit, then you're like, you either back out mentally or you have to go ahead mentally, and it's kind of hard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It definitely is, dude. I remember our first time, like, I guess no, it wasn't even our first time. One of our times sparring, bro. You fucking got me in the with that body shot, bro. And like, I make that sound like I try and stand up for a few more seconds, and then like Mickey's like, go down if you need to take a knee, go down. I took a knee. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Susanna's gotten me pretty good.
Oh yeah,
a few times,
bro.
dude. And Devontae, getting
Yeah.
hit by Devontae, dude, that scared the crap out of me.
I mean, yeah, he's a pro fucking boxer now. So.
Yeah, I just saw him the other day, and he's not even doing it anymore because Mickey.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I'm gonna have him on the podcast sometime too to talk about like his career and whatnot. But dude, it's boxing is definitely a humbling thing, but it's also, I think it's necessary for just like people in general. Not necessarily boxing, any combat sport, because I feel like combat sports are just really good for you. One, like I said, to humble you.
Yeah.
And two, it's just good to know, like good to protect yourself, because you never know like what's gonna happen. You never know like what situations you're gonna be put in. I'm sure, like you said, was it at a mall when your first altercation happened or whatever?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? I'm sure you didn't go to the mall anticipating I'm gonna get in a fucking fight today. Like.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even know how to fight back then, but I still like wasn't gonna back down.
Well, yeah.
And it was kind of sketchy, the area I was living at, so I didn't want to
risk anything.
Yeah, because you know the area I was living in was known for like gangs and like just shootings and this and that, and it was just like that moment was terrifying, and so that's what kind of flipped a switch for me. But yeah, and now I'm more self-aware of my surroundings. I try not to fight if I don't have to. I mean, there are some times where I'm just you know, too much in my head, but the ultimate goal is not to just start a fight or not to fight, because I know my skills and I don't know someone else's skills.
Well, that's the thing too, is I've talked to my cousin about that, is like, you like, especially with like jujitsu people and shit, is you could like, jujitsu people are the most average looking motherfuckers ever. You could be getting in a fight with someone who's a black belt in fucking some combat sport, and they could literally kill you if they wanted.
Yeah.
And like, you just don't know other people's skill level.
Exactly.
And they're gonna look like an average everyday person. Like, you just don't know. Or it could be the complete opposite. They have a fucking knife or a gun or some shit, and it's just like, is that really worth it? Like, risking that, you know?
Yeah, that's why I always try to keep my distance from people, and I feel like one thing that does tick me off the most is like when I'm with my girl, you know, because I know how people like to stare, like to start conflict because they feel some type of way or whatever. But I mean, I get jealous, not really jealous of like she's gonna leave me or whatever, but I just don't like that.
You just don't trust other men's intentions. Is what it is.
Yeah,
right?
I don't.
Like, you know how men think, and you know how men are, so it's just like, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like you're just understanding of the situation of how men are, and it's like it's just a respect factor. Like, you have to respect. Like, if you're with someone, you want to be treated with respect.
Exactly.
And yeah, so I completely understand that. It's just like I said, a respect thing for sure. Have you ever gotten into a fight at a bar?
Not really actually, yeah. So last October was actually Halloween, and I came from a party. We went down to Johnny's, the local bar, and I was with my sisters and my brother-in-law, and I saw some friends from high school there. We're chit-chatting. They end up leaving a little earlier, and then I come outside because we're gonna leave, and I see, a group of people messing with my friends. So I kind of just like go over there and like I'm just listening. I'm just trying to be goofy. I was intoxicated, but not to the point to where I was sloppy.
But it always plays a factor, dude. I sort of, the alcohol gives you that little bit of extra courage that
does,
you need, bro.
Liquid courage for a reason. But so I was just standing there, just kind of like dancing, because I just was trying to be goofy. And I like noticed behind me, one of my other buddies was getting pushed around by this one guy. And I don't know, when it comes to like family and friends and people that I like really care about, like it just sets something off of me. So I go over there, and he's all like pushing him around, And this kid is not like he's not really into conflict a lot. And so he just like didn't know what to do. So I go over there and I push him. Not like really push him, but like kind of like, yo, back off.
Yeah.
Just leave. And the guy ends up like shoving me like really hard. And so like as he shoves me, I hit him. And I think I hit him like pretty hard. I mean, he stumbled back and was in the middle of the street. But I was gonna continue to fight this dude.
Yeah.
But my sister pops up and grabs me away, and I mean, I'm glad that she did, because at that moment I didn't know how far it would have escalated. I mean, it could have been bad.
Like a full-out brawl or some shit.
Yeah, I could have went to jail. I could have actually really hurt him. He could have really hurt me. But I think that's the only physical altercation at the bar. Other than that, it's been like just talk.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about like other street fights? Have you ever gotten like actual street fights or anything outside, like besides the bar, just in general?
Yeah.
Or is most of it just like chatter?
I mean, a lot of it is chatter, but so the period during COVID, it was I think a week after I turned 22, and my buddy Alex, he came back from Seattle, and we were gonna spend the weekend up in Chelan, like, you know, for my birthday. And we were all sitting down by the beach on the grass, and you know where the bathrooms are at, like the main bathrooms. He goes to go to the bathroom, and when he comes back, like I'm just sitting on the beach, and one of my buddies was like, "Yo," he like goes like this, and I turn around, and there's these three like redneck guys, and all three of them just like on top of him, just wailing.
Jesus Christ!
And I like get up, and this one guy that was super fucking tall, like I'd say 7 feet. I'm not gonna lie.
Holy shit!
And he's got a mullet. He's wearing this hat,
of course,
a cut off shirt, these American flag shorts, and his cowboy boots.
Just redneck as fuck.
Straight up.
Hick as fuck, bro.
Straight up, bro. And I go over there. I just run over and I just knee him. He gets up, and I'm like trying to get my buddy out. Like, yo, like, chill out, stop.
Yeah.
And he comes over, or the other guy comes over, and I just start pushing him. I'm like, let's go, motherfucker. Like, let's go. And then his buddies come around, and so when that happened, my other friend that was down by the beach comes over. And we're all just swinging. Like, 3 guys against 3 guys. And I remember this chubbier guy that was with them, he like pushes me, and so I go and swing, but right as I swing, my buddy comes over and pushes him, so I'm just like,
oh, completely,
like a little swing around. And, yeah, after that happened, the main guy that was on top of my friend before gets back on top of him, and so I go over there and I'm like taking him by his mullet. I did it a couple times, and when he got up, his whole eye was like purple, because it was just like, because I hit him so many times. Other than that, I don't think I have.
Do you know, like, did your buddy ever tell you why the fuck you got jumped? Like, what
got
started
sucker
that?
punched. Well, what happened was, he was coming back from the bathroom, and they were just talking shit. Pretty sure they were drunk, and they call him like a pretty boy or something, and he's just like, I'm not gonna say no, you know. So he goes over there, and the guy just sucker punches him, and then that's when I turn around. He was on the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't think there was really any major
that, like,
reason.
any that like escalated that big of a fight. Another thing, you said that you used to live in like kind of like a ghetto area, I guess, or like not like a shady area. How was that like? Was that like? Cause I think about that.
It was rough.
About like the people that live in like those hard cut areas.
It was.
And it's like, do you like? Is that like terrifying? Like, do you ever like walk outside at night? Like, what are your thoughts? Like, just in general, living there.
So, the first couple of days moving over there.
This is in Seattle, right?
It's like Kinney Quarter. So you know where South Center Mall is?
I mean, not off the top of my head, but if I saw it on a map or saw.
Have you been there?
I hear probably, but like I don't know.
Well, it's like one of the main malls
Mhm.
over in that area, and I live like 5 minutes walking distance from it.
Yeah.
And the town is called Tukwila.
Okay, I know where that is.
Yeah, that's where I live.
Yeah. Okay.
And so you get everyone that's been pushed out from all these kitty corner cities into this one tiny small area.
Mhm.
And so there's a lot of crime. Like, I want to say it was one of the top crime rated cities,
In Washington.
I think, in the nation.
Oh
Just
shit.
because of how many people got clustered in together.
Yeah, like per capita.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a shit ton of shootings or this and that, but it was like more of like robberies and small petty crimes, like
Yeah.
house robberies and this and that. But no, the first couple of days of living over there, I was smoking weed at the time, and I went outside to go smoke, and then I hear just five shots. 3 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus
I'm freaking out, and it was like
Christ.
right outside my house. So I lived in an apartment complex, and across the street was the highway.
Mhm.
And so you can just hear cars all night. This guy ended up pulling over on my street, like 3 houses down, and just shooting at the highway. And so that was like one major thing that freaked me the hell out, bro.
And how long ago was this?
2018.
So did you move there by yourself?
No, with my buddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
What made you move down there?
I was trying to get out of Wenatchee, dude.
Just trying to be somewhere new?
Well, everyone was, at that time, everyone was like doing Xanax, and like everyone that I used to hang out with was
Mhm.
doing like a bunch of drugs, and I just didn't want to be around it.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something different. I thought that the city is going to give me a better opportunity.
Mhm.
It's bigger and more opportunities, I guess. But I hated it, dude. Fucking hated it.
Why? Like just because of like the shitty environment, or because of like just the traffic and big city vibes?
The traffic wasn't a big issue because I lived in the town
Mhm.
and I worked in the town, and so I just commute by bike or walking.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that big of a deal. But I'm very family oriented,
Mhm.
and so like at that time I like moved abruptly, and so it was like too fast for me.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't typically ready, and so I got into depression a lot
Mhm.
over there, and it's so expensive over there.
Oh,
And so like I was
super
working
fucking
2
expensive.
jobs,
So-
and most of my money went to rent and utilities, and
You would have been like 19 then, right? 19, 20?
I think I just turned 20 when I moved over there.
Okay. So have you always lived in Wenatchee?
Other than
Like
when I was
other
little.
than that? Oh, okay. Where were you born?
Vancouver, Washington.
Okay. So
In
you're
the ghetto.
from. So you've always been in Washington then?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, I lived in Oregon for a little bit, for like half a year. My mom lived down there for a fat minute, and then kind of just dipped. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was too rainy.
That's how the coast is though too. I mean,
Mhm.
in Seattle, I feel like it's always fucking rainy over
It
there.
was, yeah, it sucked.
What is that who you're close with, your mom then?
So I'm actually adopted. I got adopted when I was 14 into a loving family. I had some issues with my parents. They kind of weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
So they took me in. My friend took me. I don't know if you know Austin George.
No, I don't.
No.
No, off the top of my head. I might if I saw his face. I'm better with
Okay.
faces.
Well, I became friends with him, and then his family took me in, which is super grateful for.
Mhm.
Love them. I'm still in contact with my birth parents. Like I'm
Mhm.
about to go see them after this, actually. But yeah, it was kind of a.
So you said you're family oriented. What made you come back then? Who made you come back?
I think it was just my decision in general. I just wasn't happy there,
Mm-hmm.
and we had another buddy of ours come and move out with us, but it just wasn't a good decision because of his lifestyle,
Oh, okay.
just the way that he was. Like, you know, when you have friends, you don't truly know someone until you, like, they
Live
say
with them.
until you live with
Yeah.
them. And then it kind of just made everything worse.
Mm.
And my girlfriend at the time didn't like my roommates, and it was a difficult decision for me, but I knew that if I'm with family, then it's going to be a lot better for me. I don't know, it was very hard, and part of me didn't want to do it, and I just wanted to stick it out, but I knew that if I kept doing it, it would just go downhill.
Yeah. So your girlfriend at the time, did she live in Seattle, that area?
Yeah, she lived like half an hour away from me.
Okay.
Excuse me.
So did she play a reason, like play a little factor of you moving over there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I kind of assumed so. Like if you're, yeah, because was that your first time moving out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, cause I plan on moving to Arizona, instead this month actually, but I decided to stay in town. But I'm thinking of it now. I'm glad I stayed in town because I mean Arizona, fucking super fucking far.
Yeah.
Super fucking far. And that would be my first time moving out. Like this is my first time being on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dude, for a first move, like I probably would have had a hard time even going to fucking like Seattle, like you said. And how long were you over there for?
About 2 years.
Oh shit! So you were actually over there for a minute.
It was almost 2 years. Yeah. Yeah.
So you just came back like 2 years ago then, right?
A couple years ago, yeah.
Shit. And then so when you moved back, did you get a place by yourself or with a buddy or?
When I came back, I moved back in with my dad, or my adopted dad.
Mm-hmm.
Lived with him for till about May or June
Of this year?
of 21.
Okay.
I moved out during COVID. I got some roommates. It was alright, but then didn't really like it, and we ended up, our lease was up either way, so then I moved back in with my mom to help her out. And then after that, during the period of, since last summer, I met my girlfriend, love her to death, new girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, now we're living together. We've been living together since January.
And you met her last summer?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you guys moved in with each other this January?
Mm-hmm. So we live in East Wenatchee, and I love it. I mean, there's not a day where I don't like it.
Yeah,
I love
for
it.
sure. You're going to culinary school.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like college in the fact of, like, do you have to get accepted into it, or does everyone pretty much get accepted?
Yeah, you have to get accepted to an extent. I mean, they're always looking for people, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So are so many other schools, but you have to turn in your high school transcript,
Mm-hmm.
do all this stuff, and if they like you, if they want you in, then they'll accept you. So I got pretty lucky, and I wouldn't say pretty lucky, but I'm grateful that they accepted me because it's a really great school. The founder of the school, actually, he invented the kitchen assembly line. I don't know how to explain it really, other than like the roles in the kitchen, like head chef, sous chef, line cook, prep cook. He's the one that invented that. And he also invented canned tomatoes.
What the fuck?
It's crazy. Which is like huge because it's everywhere.
Yeah, literally. Anywhere you go, there's canned tomatoes.
Yeah,
bro.
and he invented that, so I thought that was pretty neat. But it's I think it's a French-oriented school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was French, so they do a lot of. You can do like pastry, be a pastry chef.
So is there, at a culinary school, is there different types of classes for different people like that want to be different styles of cooks then? Or how does that work? Or is it just like one class and they teach all different types of methods and stuff?
I think there's different classes, like if you just want to be a pastry chef and like do like cookies or desserts or whatever, you know, anything that has to do with pastries, then you'll take like a different class. But the class that I'm taking is going to be like world foods, so it's going to be bits and pieces from all around the world, all different type of cultures, and so it's something that I feel like is very beneficial if where I'm trying to go in life, you know. Because ultimately I want to travel or be able to travel and go eat around the world but get paid for it.
Okay.
And critique pretty much. Like have you
That's
ever
a
watched
thing?
like
you get paid to like go critique food?
yeah, I mean blogging if you go around.
Oh,
and,
okay. So
oh,
you
this,
want to get
this
into
place
like,
is awesome and
like
you know, they pay for
blogging?
it.
Would you want to get into like YouTubing it too, like vlogs as well? Or just more
Anything,
so-
honestly. Just to give my input on what's out there. And I feel like the first step is to become a chef myself. And so the main goal is to do that. The minor goal right now is to go through school. So once I do that, maybe work different kinds of kitchens. I mean, if I can get to the point where I'm in a Michelin star restaurant,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking fantastic.
The funny thing about that is, I think it's hilarious how Michelin star restaurants, like Michelin is a fucking tire brand, bro. And like that's how like the best restaurants in the world are rated is off of tire brand's critiques.
It's
Like,
so weird to think about.
Yeah, it's insane to think about. It's like I didn't even think about that until I was reading about it. I'm like, that's weird, dude. I didn't even realize that. But have you ever been to a restaurant, a Michelin star restaurant? I never have either. I bet you it's fucking expensive as fuck.
Oh yeah, I mean.
But yeah, I mean you're thinking top tier in the world.
Yeah, I just at this new job that I got, we have people that play at the Gorge, stay at our resort, and so
shit.
Dave Matthews, we just cooked last weekend for Dave Matthews and his crew. We did like a 4-course meal.
Were you working there when the Country Festival was down there? Fuck, what's the country? Watershed.
Watershed. I think it was just right after Watershed.
This when you
Or,
started.
I mean,
working
I
there?
started at the beginning of August.
Okay, yeah. Watershed was the first week or the last weekend of July.
Okay, yeah. So I think it was right after. But no, I love it. I mean, it's fine dining. It's a lot better than like pub food, being like a line cook and cooking burgers all the time. But I'm already learning a lot compared to what I did before. What I was gonna say. So like my last job, it was just like very fast paced. It was like just pretty much bar food, like burgers, pretzels, whatever. But this is like I have to wipe the plate with a cloth, you know, like make a design with food, and which is awesome because
Like, it's cool because you get to show your creativity.
yeah, and that's what I like to do. You know, like I used to do shoes, and so like I kind of feel like it's still taking that creativity that I still have and just putting in a different method.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's almost like a form of art, honestly. Like, you see some of the dishes people are able to make, and it's insane. Like, it's like, dude, how the fuck do you get to look like that?
Yeah.
Like, the presentation of plates is truly incredible sometimes. Especially at higher-end restaurants. I've been to, like, not Michelin star rated, but I've been to higher-end restaurants, and they just compared to, like, a place like Olive Garden or something like just like a bottom-tier restaurant. Like, it's crazy, like, just presentation, how far along it can truly go.
if it looks good, you're gonna want to eat it. If it looks like shit, you don't want
It's
to
like,
eat it.
I don't know if I really want to taste that.
Yeah.
And then, like, you see something that's presented really well, and it's like, dude, I don't even know if I want to eat that because it's, like, just so beautiful. Like, it's like...
There's some times where I've had the same thing, where, like, you make something, and you want people to try it, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah, fuck, let me get a picture of this
Yeah,
first.
literally, yeah. It's nice.
You ever take pictures of any of the stuff you made?
Yeah, I'll show you real quick. That's okay.
I'll have you send them to me too on Snapchat, and then I'll post them. I'll put them in like the corner of this.
Say this. I mean, I can right now. I make a lot of salads and everything, but this was one of the plates that we did for Dave Matthews and his crew. Like it's so small. It's only like half, like a full leg of crab, but. It's
so
just
like
like
you guys are a nice ass restaurant if you're doing presentation like that.
Yeah.
Then like it's pretty nice.
Yeah, and then like salads and stuff.
And how much does like a full course, like fucking everything like that on average would cost?
It kind of just depends on.
Like how much do you think Dave Matthews spent?
On just the course, I know each person had to pay $200.
Okay.
Which is pretty reasonable for a 4-course meal, I feel like. But no, that night was the first time I got to try Japanese A5 Wagyu.
Okay.
And
yeah, I've really wanted to try
it was
that.
on my bucket list, and I got to do it. It's delicious.
It just melts in your mouth, or what?
Yeah, you don't even have to like cook it for that long. You kind of just like sear it to get a crust, and then it's just so fatty and so like rich.
Yeah.
You can't really eat a lot of it either, or else you kind of like just feel sluggish and sick. That's how fatty it is, but it's just probably one of the best meats I've ever had.
Yeah, it's super fucking tender, I've heard. Dude, yeah, I see it. They have it at Costco. It's like $200 for a little pack of it, for a pound of it, I think, or 2 pounds, or
ounces. It would be ounces.
Yeah, I mean 16 ounces, I think. I think it's like $100 for 8 ounces or something like that.
I wonder if it's American Wagyu.
No, it's A5 Japanese. It's Japanese specific Wagyu. I know that because I was checking it out, and it might be $200 for 8 ounces or something like that.
And that seems more reasonable.
I'm not positive, but I know it's $200 and it's like a pack of it. So like you just see like the fucking. I mean I want to get it, but it's also like I have a hard time. Like one, I don't trust myself to cook it. I want someone like that actually has fucking cooking experience to cook that fucker for me.
You literally don't even really cook it. You just put it on each side for like 30 seconds to a minute, and it's good to go.
Fuck, dude. I mean, I like my shit rare, but I don't know about that rare, bro.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you eat it more cooked than that,
it kind of
just like depletes the steak.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've heard
meat
too.
That you want it. You want that richness, and you want that fatty. Like when you pick it up, it literally melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
And you just get all the grease in your hands, and it's such like a delicate meat that you don't really need to. You can eat it raw, I believe. But I mean, that little crust.
Have you had raw foods, like raw seafood or anything like that? Like, do you like sushi?
I love sushi.
Okay. I had a weird fucking, for the longest time I would not have sushi because just the fact of eating raw fish.
Yeah.
Bro, it's just like.
I had it one time and I just did not like the texture because it's like mushy.
Yeah.
But then I had a poke bowl one time that had tuna in it, and everything just tasted so good. And once I have that one, it's like the same thing with if you eat something you don't like it or you have a bad experience.
You don't want to have it for a long time.
Yeah. But it was like the opposite. For me, like I had it and now I just like I love it. Yeah, so it's like
I mean that's so just the thought of having raw fish for me was like super disgusting. But then like a couple weeks ago, my boss, actually when I was in Arkansas, he let me try a piece of sushi and it was like salmon, I think, raw salmon. I was like, damn, this is actually fucking hella good. And it's not even like, not the fact of just eating raw fish itself. It's not like you're just eating it plain. I think that's like why a lot of people think it's gross. But you're not just eating it plain. You have like the rice, and like you have the roll and everything in it, and so it's all the flavors added together is what makes it really like taste good. Or else like I'm probably not just gonna like it if you're just fucking eating just plain
fish.
Raw
fish. You can have like soy sauce or like ginger and wasabi, and I mean I don't like wasabi. I don't eat wasabi.
Fuck wasabi, dude. Fuck that shit. Yeah, fuck that, dude. Do you like tomatoes?
I do. I used to hate tomatoes, bro. I don't like cooked tomatoes, like raw tomatoes. Like on a burger, or if you have chopped up tomatoes in like a taco or something, or a burrito, I do not like them cooked.
No, I don't like any sort of fresh tomato unless it's like the only type of tomato I like is like in salsa or ketchup, tomato soup. I like all that type of thing, but I don't like fucking tomatoes, bro. A few months ago, this girl I was talking to at the time, she fucking hated tomatoes too. And I fucking went and bought this little baby, like a little bucket of this baby tomatoes. This, like, little
cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, cherry tomatoes. I'm like, fuck, I haven't had a tomato in like 10 years, bro. I hate them that much. Like, they're just fucking disgusting. Like, I'll take a bite of one every few years, just like see if I change my mind, and I never do. And so I get these, and I'm like, all right, we gotta fucking do this. And we pop them open, and we each take one. I'm like, fuck me, dude, fuck. I just fucking pop my mouth, start chewing. I'm like, fucking spit that shit out everywhere.
That's how I am with mustard.
And I'm like, what? You don't like mustard? Oh my fucking god, bro.
I'll have it like with other things, but it has to be like very, very.
Dog, I will literally if I get my mustard around, I'll drink that shit. Like,
my sister would do that too. She may eat it by the spoonful, but I hate mustard, dude. I just
Literally,
don't like the taste of it.
in the podcast I posted last week, my cousin was talking about how much I like mustard and how weird that is. Because, like, I'll put it on just straight cheese and eat cheese with shredded mustard or shredded cheese with mustard, bro.
No.
Like, I'll slice cheese and just, like,
No.
I'll spray mustard onto a corner, take a bite, and just keep doing that, dude.
Ugh.
I fucking love mustard, bro.
I'll eat it if it's given to me, but I'm not just gonna go out of my way to put mustard on things.
Yeah.
I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I like honey mustard though. I think that shit is.
It's fuck
immaculate.
yeah. I don't know how I feel about honey mustard. I like hot mustard. The best hot mustard, bro, is McDonald's hot mustard. I fucking love it. I love mustard, bro. Except honey mustard. I mean, honey mustard's alright, but it's like.
I think it's delicious.
So what sauces do you like? What's your favorite sauce then?
Favorite sauce.
Do you feel like you have a really good palate too? Like,
I think I do. I mean, that's one big reason why I also want to go to school is to develop more of a palate and like taste something and distinguish whether this needs that or this item is in this sauce or whatever, and just to kind of get the feeling of flavors. But I feel like I have a decent enough palate to understand some things.
Because I feel like if you want to like make a blog and make money from tasting things, like you have to have like an amazing palate and be able to properly describe the flavors.
Yeah.
And just dictate around like the true like flavors and all the different tastes and whatnot of how something like tastes. Because if you're gonna be like rating these places and their food, like I feel like that's a super. Like, you have to have a lot of food, try a lot of food before you're able to judge something, right?
And that's the minor goal. Go to school and learn all that. Be able to pinpoint those things, you know, if something's smoky or if something's nutty or citrusy or, you know.
Just all the different flavors, right? Is that something, like, do they at school, do you get to taste everything basically? Like, is that part of it? They kind of teach you about palate?
I'm sure that they will. I mean, they're going to teach you, you're going to get people that have no experience. And some people that have been in the kitchens for years and just want that education and want that degree. But I'm pretty sure they're going to basically start from the bottom up. See where you are, skill level, and see how fast you can progress. I mean, I'm not too sure. I mean, I could ask more about it, but I know that it's a really good program. It's a great program. It's only 15 months, and after the 15 months, you get your
certification and stuff.
Yeah, you're a certified chef, which increases your job type so like by 100%.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question. Is like, what would be the benefit of going to school? Like, why wouldn't you just, instead of paying the money, because I'm guessing it costs a decent amount of money. What would be the benefit of doing that versus just like working your way up, like going and becoming a chef somewhere like some nice restaurant and like putting it on your resume and then getting hired somewhere nicer and just kind of like build your way?
You can do that. A lot of people do that actually. Like the executive chef at my job now never really went to school. Probably took some classes or something online, but not like
serious.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people that are chefs and great chefs that just learn from experience. But the reason why I want to go to school is to further my knowledge and not only, I want to say do it correctly, but there's a lot of things you can learn in school. I mean, it's school. But I feel like once you have that certification, your opportunities will develop like way more than just like a experience level, you know? But I mean, when I was bartending, I was making minimum wage with little to no tips, and now I'm making almost $20 an hour, which is crazy.
Yeah, for sure. And you said your girlfriend's moving down to Austin with you, right? Is she gonna be taking the school too?
No, she already did it.
Okay.
She already graduated.
But she did that school in a different state, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that? In Colorado, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are just gonna move in down there, get a place together.
Mm-hmm.
After you graduate, are you planning on staying in Texas?
I don't know. I kind of want to. I know there's they have an externship that you do for like 6 months after school, and then once you complete that, then I believe you graduate.
Mm-hmm.
But they do like they can send you places for externships depending on if you really want to or if they feel like it's a good fit for you. But I would love to travel, to be honest. I don't want to just stay in one spot just because it's comfortable to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want to come back to Washington at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
other than to visit.
Yeah, you're ready for something new.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your girlfriend do right now?
She works with me, actually.
At the same place?
Yeah.
Is she gonna, I'm guessing, is she looking for like potential jobs for when you guys move down there too?
Yeah, so we both have been looking for jobs. The job issue is not even hard. Like, there's so many businesses down there, and there's so many opportunities.
Like, what about restaurants though?
We only apply to restaurants and stuff. And
I didn't know if it was like, because I know like just jobs in general are like no one wants to work right now, right?
Yeah.
So I know like every fucking job you can think of is hiring,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know if like because like that field, I didn't know if that was more of like a competitive industry or whatnot. So
yes and no. I mean, you're never not gonna have an opportunity in food because that's what we need.
Yeah.
You know, so there's always gonna be hundreds of restaurants everywhere, hundreds of places you can go to cook food, make food, produce food, whatever it is, if it's from farming to serving. But once you have that experience, it's like you're never not going to have the experience.
Yeah.
And so the opportunities are better because you have that experience. Like every day I get multiple emails from like Indeed from Texas. If it's from like the same people with different positions, or if it's from other companies and restaurants that just want me or us down there. And so right now I'm just trying to find the best one that will hopefully
like progress your career.
Yes, and it's gonna pay me well, progress me in my career, and at this moment probably if they can help us move down there because it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, moving, that's another.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go way deep into this why I didn't move, but another reason was because of how expensive moving cost is. Like you're talking like
thousands of dollars.
Yeah, thousands of dollars just to move there.
Yeah,
that doesn't count your rent and like your utilities and all like your food, like all your bills and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's just like the cost of just getting your shit down there, you know.
Yeah.
So moving is definitely not fucking cheap at all.
It's not.
Do you have like furniture and stuff you're gonna bring, or are you gonna sell that and kind of restart down there?
I think that's still something that we have to figure out. We're trying to think that if we don't want to bring everything that we have, then we wouldn't have to get the U-Haul. The U-Haul is going to be where it takes most of the money.
That's what's going to be thousands of dollars.
Yeah. So
depending on how fast you make your trip.
If we don't get the U-Haul and we just sell everything and take the stuff that we mostly need, like clothes, pretty much clothes, and stuff that we can fit in our cars, then I feel like it'd be a couple grand cheaper to get there.
Oh, it definitely would.
Yeah.
Definitely fucking would.
We're just trying to figure out if the school will, because I know that they provide housing, but I don't know if it's the type of housing that I want because she'll be with me.
Yeah.
Rather than being in a dorm or something like that, you know? So that's still something that we're trying to figure out. And if we can find a job that relocates either one of us, that'd be even better because they'll save us even more money.
Oh, yeah.
And the main goal right now is just to save money, to work my ass off and just make it down there.
Do you have like a dream place that you want to like go visit or like test food at or anything like that? Any specific restaurants or?
Well, I've always wanted to visit Hawaii. I feel like Hawaii or Japan.
Because of their food or just for the experience?
Culture.
Okay.
Culture. I think Tokyo and Japan mostly for me because of the culture. Other than that, I mean, I love like the warmth. I like summer.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be around summer all the time, rather than freezing my nuts off.
Yeah, no, for sure.
There's no beneficial fact of snow rather than snowboarding, and I haven't done that in years. So it's like, why?
I went to Hawaii last year. I went to Maui, and it's fucking weird, dude. Because it is like a complete different culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it literally feels like you're not in the U.S. at all. Like, I mean, you aren't really technically in the U.S., but like they literally totally different lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's so slow paced, and like everywhere you go, you hear this fucking Hawaiian music, and it's
Very calm.
it's super fucking calm, but it's like a super fucking dope experience too.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like try and go there if you fucking can, because it's like one of those things where it's like you're never gonna forget it.
Yeah.
And like there's so much to do too. Like depending on like what islands you go to, there's tours. There's like hikes. Like you can go to the volcanoes and see all this different stuff. All these different beaches. Like it's beautiful, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Surfing. I don't do any of that, but like there's a lot to do down there for sure. And so I definitely recommend that if you ever get a chance, it's definitely fucking go to Hawaii.
It's definitely one of my goals.
Did I turn 21 in November, bro?
Yeah, I know.
When do you move?
No, before November.
Fuck! God damn it!
Nice.
All right. Sorry for the little break, but yeah. So we were just talking about jobs, and you also used to be a bartender. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna have you teach me how to make some fucking bomb drinks before you leave. But maybe not tonight, but before you move to fucking Texas. You said there was a story at a bar the other night, so I want to hear that.
So I don't know if you know Austin Biondi.
Yeah.
Zach
I know Austin.
Biondi.
Yeah, I don't know Zach. I know Austin.
So Zach is his older brother, and he's a good friend of mine. Known him since probably like 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
We actually used to room together when I moved back, and so he DJs there at the Buzz Inn.
Mm-hmm.
I think every weekend or so, like 3 times a month, and I think it was his last one on Saturday. Excuse me. And so I get there, and I'm with Austin. We're having some drinks, you know, nothing too crazy. I don't like to be out in public and get like super thrashed.
Mm-hmm.
At least I try not to.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know, it starts picking up. Everyone, you know, there's actually a lot of people by the time 11 o'clock rolls around, and it started at like 9. And I remember he was buying, so they had a deal like for that night, like $1 Rainiers.
Yeah.
$1 beers, not bad. And he was buying all these drinks, and he was like bringing them outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so like we'd go back and
Austin
forth.
was?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'd go back and forth from being inside to being out on the patio. And I remember seeing one of my buddies there, and I was hanging out with him. I go outside, and I remember just drinking a full beer that was on the table.
Yeah.
Because they were just there. And that's the last thing I remember. And then I wake up.
And that's all you had was a beer?
Not just one. I mean, I had a couple shots that night, and then a few IPAs, which are a little bit more higher
Yeah.
alcohol content. But I think overall that I remember is having like 4 or 5 beers.
So not enough to make you black out?
No, I've drinking way more than that. And
so this last beer that you had, was it opened?
They're in cups.
Okay.
And so I definitely got roofied. Because I remember drinking it. I didn't even drink the full thing. And that's what I remember that, and then waking up in my bed. My bed's broken.
Your bed's fucking broken?
Well, I fixed it now, but it was off the frame, on the floor. I wake up and I'm just like, I knew something was wrong. Like the way that because I've been roofied before. Me and my girlfriend.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Your girlfriend has too?
The same night. You know Jacob Shales?
Yeah.
He got roofied too that same night. Like not this this last time at Joe's East. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, and it was like you never forget that feeling. And it was so scary because
it's like a sense of helplessness. Like you just don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You have no fucking clue what happened. And so I woke up and I'm just like, all I remember was being there and then waking up. And so I'm just like, what the fuck? I knew something was wrong. I knew that this is like, oh shit, like what the fuck happened? I had like the worst headache. you just feel so gross. Like your body just feels like if you got put into a blender and threw up.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But yeah, my girlfriend was fucking pissed at me, dude.
Because you came home and like were like.
Well, she had to come pick me up, and I remember like texting her a picture of me and my buddy, like, "Hey, you're gonna have to come pick me up," and she was fine with that. But by the time she picked me up, I was so like gone.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even like keep my head up. I was just gone, and I don't remember that.
Yeah.
And it like freaked me out, and I just like she wouldn't talk to me. She would not want to talk to me.
Because she thought you were just fucking black, like you.
No, it's because I was being a dickhead to her.
Oh, you're talking about that night.
Yeah, on Saturday.
I thought you were talking about the day after. Like she didn't want to talk to you.
Oh no. Yeah, the day after, my bad.
Okay.
So on Sunday morning, and I was like, "Hey, please talk to me. Like, what the fuck happened last night?" She's like, "You were so belligerently drunk. Like, you were being an asshole to me. Like, I just don't want to talk to you right now." I'm just like freaking out. She's like, told me that I broke the bed, and that when she got out of the shower, she saw me face down on the floor, just out. And then she tried to like wake me up to go put me into bed, and I like threw something at her. And I'm not like aggressive.
Yeah.
Like I'm never gonna hit a woman. Ever.
Yeah.
Even if they fucking come at me. I mean, if they come at me with a knife or something, but I try to defend myself. But
yeah, totally different.
No, dude, it like broke me because like I would never put my hands on it, never. And she understood that it was not me because I never get that fucked up ever. Like, and if I do get fucked up, then I know what happens. Like I'm coherent. I mean, it might be like sauced, but I'm still coherent and I still remember.
Like you're gonna remember at least bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Like it's not just gonna be totally black. Like
yeah, but I felt the same exact way as if the last time, and it's just I don't know. It like makes you think. And all day yesterday, I just felt like shit. I got a headache all day yesterday.
Oh shit! So this is just like fucking 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
And I don't really go out a lot because of that reason. I feel like a big part of it too was the fact that I just grabbed a random beer.
I didn't even know that fucking happened in fucking this town, bro. What the fuck?
Happens all the time.
People get fucking roofied around here.
That's why I don't go to like Chaos and stuff, because the owners of Chaos is the one that drugged us the last time.
Do you know that for a fact though?
Yes, I know that for a fact.
I mean, I don't even know. What
I can't like
Chaos
put
is.
it like on anyone, but they had bought us, like our group, like it was me, her mom, and her friends and stuff.
So like,
they bought us all shots.
What would be the benefit of roofing you though? Like to steal from you?
I think
Or
it
is to get
was
to your
just
girl?
like excuse me, like a random drop. So the point was, I think the main point of like roofing like random drinks is to pick out the crowd who's fucked up the most. And I just so happened, I mean it could have happened to anyone else too on Saturday, but I just so happened to grab a beer that was dropped with something, and it just...
Like, why would they? I don't get why they'd fucking do that though. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, unless you have ulterior motives, like you're gonna steal from them, or you're gonna fucking try and take a girl home.
I think
or
that's
some shit.
the main point.
Is to try and take
It's a
someone
date
home.
rape drug, yeah. Or like take them and...
Because I feel like that's the most common thing. Is a date rape drug.
And I think the last time that happened, that was the main reason as well, because the owner of Chaos, he bought us our whole group drinks, and it like, I don't know if you ever had a green tea shot. It's like, it tastes like green tea, but it just has alcohol. It's very light, but it was like mixed with whiskey or something, so it just tasted weird.
Yeah.
And I remember me, my girl, and Jacob taking it. And at that point, Jacob only had 2 beers when he was there. And he was like sober the rest of the time.
Yeah.
I had a few, she had a few. So we were drunk. We were not like drunk, but we were like pretty buzzed. And I just remember drinking that and then waking up the next morning like butt ass naked with like this couch blanket on me that's like super small. I'm like, what the fuck? And she didn't remember anything. Jacob remembers taking us home, and then he didn't remember how he got home. and he only had 2 beers and that shot.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
That is fucking
So I
terrifying.
felt the same way Sunday morning. I was like, dude.
The fact that you woke up butt-ass naked. God, bro. That is scary. Holy shit.
I'm just glad that I was next to my girlfriend when it happened. Like
nothing bad happened to her.
Yeah, and I called my buddy. I'm like, yo, did I do anything wrong? Did I take anything? He's like, no, you didn't do any drugs or anything.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't talking to any girls or anything. I was like, oh, thank God. Like, because I would not forgive myself if that happened. But she's pretty much saying I was being an asshole. And I, like, apologized and, you know. But
dude, that's so fucked, bro. It's because, like, that's so out of your control. Like, you just don't
it's
know.
Scary.
That is terrifying.
You feel victimized, bro.
I didn't, like, I was going to say, like, what do you even do about that? Like, if you go to...
I was going to go get drug tested. But I didn't have my car because I didn't drive home. Like, it was still at the Buzz Inn. And so I just, like...
Do you just go to the hospital for that? Or, like, how does that work?
I don't know. Like,
or can you call the police and, like, tell them, like...
Can't really...
Yeah, it was like,
they
what do
can't
they
really
do?
distinguish.
Do they have cameras in bars?
I don't think they had cameras on the outside of it, but you can't really do anything unless they have footage, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they did. No, I was gonna go yesterday. I was gonna go get drug tested to like see if I had anything in my system.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my car, so I just didn't go.
Mm.
I was just trying to rest and.
So where would you go get drug tested at then?
I just go to a clinic or the ER
clinic?
or something.
Okay.
Yeah. Because like sometimes when they have like jobs around here, they'll have to do a UA, or, like to go to a clinic or something. But yeah, dude, it's scary.
I fucking bet, bro. Like I've been like really hard. Not even like blacked out. Maybe like one time, but not even like super blacked out.
Yeah.
And like even that, like just like having spotty nights, dude.
Yeah.
That's like that alone is just like fuck, bro.
Like you remember some things. They call it browning out. But yeah, you remember some things, but the other things you're like, oh, did I do that? Or
yeah, I've never full on like fucking blacked out where I don't remember anything.
Yeah, I was gone, dude.
I've definitely browned out. Is that what you'd say? Browning out.
Browning out.
I've had that happen a few times, but it's like the only thing about me is when I'm drunk, bro, is like I'm super caring, and so like I get kind of like obnoxious. Like I'll be like fucking asking everyone like how they're doing like every 5 seconds, and it's like god damn it, bro. Or like if I'm not around people, or like if I'm around my boys but not around girls, bro, I'll start texting hella fucking girls and I'll say some dumbass shit like
I miss you, baby.
Literally like just dumb shit, bro. Like just fucking like just dumb shit. Like it's like, bro, I wake up and I'm like, I'm so sorry if I said anything fucked up or weird, bro. Just totally fucking
disregard it.
Yeah, like this one time, bro, at Watershed, I got fucked up, and like I texted this girl I met like 2 days previous, and I was just like, I hope you're having a great ass night. I'm drunk as fuck. Like, have a good time or something like that. And it's just like, dude, like that's just so cringy, bro. I'm like, fuck. Yeah, except like she was staying at our campsite too, bro. And like, I guess she went up to my boy and was like, he's kind of creeping me out. I'm like, fuck, dude, like, I was like, god damn it, now I look like a fucking creeper to this fucking girl, dude. I'm like, this is why I don't get drunk, bro. I just text fucking, like, and I didn't even say anything bad, right? Like, I just said, like, I'm fucking drunk as fuck, I hope you're having a good-ass time. And it's just like, fuck, dude. I just say dumb shit, because, I don't know.
I feel you.
I feel the need to fucking go, like, say how exactly I'm feeling and say, like, just project how I'm feeling on everyone else, and sometimes it just goes a little like people don't perceive it the way it's meant to be perceived.
Yeah,
I guess.
no, absolutely.
Like how you can be like super caring for someone or some shit, and they just kind of like see that as like pushy or something like that. Or let's see, I'm trying to think of a better example, or some shit like being kind to someone and
like, they take it the wrong way.
Yeah, and they take it as flirting or some shit.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm being like a fucking genuine good guy. Yeah. It's not that I fucking like you like that. I'm just being a nice dude. So don't fucking take it as I'm flirting with you, bro. Like,
I mean, that's the difference between me and you.
Like,
that's how I see it. I mean, like when you are caring and they just take it the wrong way, I'm just like, you know what? Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, if that's how you want to perceive it, then you're gonna perceive it however you want. But
Yeah,
it's like
I'm done.
that's not what I meant by it. All right, yeah. So the reason why I brought up PNB Rock is because he just got fucking murdered today.
No.
Yeah. I'm fucking at work, and then what happened? As I'm at work, I go on my phone and I'm looking at Instagram, and someone I know posted on their story a video of him on the ground with blood. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And like he had just got robbed because his girlfriend posted on a story where they're at. They're at like a fucking some fast food place, and he was eating there and he was wearing jewelry, and the girl posted on her story about it, and some guy saw it and went and like robbed him and like shot him hella, and yeah, he just was like pronounced dead a few hours ago, bro. It's hella sad. Let me show you the fucking. I'm like, dude, when I saw him, I'm like, dude, that's fucking like, it's just so sad how fucking quick people are to kill.
Yeah,
especially over money, bro. Like, yeah, it's a super fucking sad, super unfortunate situation. That like you're willing to do that, you know?
Yeah.
It's graphic. So at this point, he's still alive. He's moving a little bit. It's like you see all the puddles of blood and shit, bro. And he just rolled over on his side right there.
Bro, what the
But I
hell?
guess when he got to the hospital, he was pronounced dead. I was like, dude, that's sad, dude. Like,
It makes you think, dude. It's like,
how fast they can just be over.
yeah.
Like, it's scary, dude.
And that's one reason why I don't try to pick fights with anyone.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying too earlier. Is it's just like
You just never know.
people don't realize how valuable life is.
Yeah.
Like, literally like that. He fucking went out to just go have a fucking bite of food, bro. And like that, he's not here anymore. And it's just people. I think people take that for granted a lot of times.
It really makes you think.
Like, literally, you never know when your last day is. So
It's also scary to me as well. Like, it's kind of weird to say. I mean, it's not weird, but I'm like deathly afraid to die.
mm-hmm.
And I think it's more of like to die at a younger age. Like I'd love to grow old and then die, but I don't want to just die abruptly.
Yeah, that's how it is for me too. Like, I mean, I'm okay. So the way I view it is, I'm okay with death. Like, I obviously I don't fucking want to die whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, death doesn't scare me.
It's the way.
But it's like, just if it came unexpectedly, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't. Are you religious at all?
No, I used to be when I was younger.
Okay, so I'm super religious, so that's why I'm okay with it. But it's just like, for me, if I die, then like that's what it is, and I feel like I left like a good mark. But I feel like there's just so much more for me to do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very legacy based, and I want to leave like a big impact on this world and a big legacy. Like, I want to have kids and like have a big family and stuff too. So it's just like, I just feel like there's so much unfulfilled opportunity if I died right now.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Exactly, bro. It's I don't know. When you see shit like that, it really makes you think like, damn, like, am I taking life for granted? Like, am I doing enough? So it's one of those things you see and you start to think about. It's like, is this really? Am I doing enough?
Mm.
Am I? Because I think a lot of people do, like I said, take life for granted and don't enjoy their time here and make the most out of it. Because a lot of people will just sit here every day, work a 9 to 5, and go home, lay down, and just repeat their whole life till they're fucking 80 years old and die.
Yeah.
Nothing, won't experience anything. Like you said, how you want to go like travel the world and experience stuff and whatnot, and that's good. Like you only live once, so you might as well. Like at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much money you have.
Do what you want to do.
You're gonna die with your memories you had, right? And so that's what matters. Like the memories you made with other people, the moments, like the legacy you leave on this earth is what matters, because that's what is gonna live on. The amount of money you have, you're not gonna be able to fucking take that with you when you die. So,
yeah. I mean,
and people will spend
you
so
go
much
into this
time.
world with nothing, you go out with this world with nothing.
Exactly. So I think that's why I'm very experience based. I think you should live life to the fullest. Honestly.
Oh, absolutely.
Go fucking every day like it's your last. Just try and make the most out of every opportunity, and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Absolutely. 100%.
With that said, I think that's probably a pretty good ending point for this. For all you guys, just don't die, basically, is what I'm saying. Don't fucking die. On some real shit, though, yeah, I mean, don't take life for granted. Enjoy it, and make the most out of every opportunity you have. Christian,
do what you want.
It's been good talking to you, good catching up. It's been our first time hanging out in like a fat fucking minute.
Yeah.
And what time do you leave? When do you leave?
I think it's gonna be in the middle of October.
Okay.
I have a couple weeks.
All right. Yeah. So we'll have to do something again before you leave.
I'm down. Do like a little recap and.
Yeah, and fucking, I have to have you over to teach me some drinks sometime.
Oh, for sure, bro. Maybe cook some food or do something.
Exactly. So do you think you're a good like you can cook a little food up like
yeah.
Right now with your experience you can cook some shit up?
Mm-hmm.
Bet. All right, we're gonna have like a fucking cookout in a few weeks or some shit, dog. I'll buy the food. You just gotta cook it.
See less.
All right, dog. It's been good. Appreciate you. Good talking to you. Thank you for watching the Kyle Davelar Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, bro.
How was it? First time on a fucking
Dude,
mic?
I was not gonna lie, I was nervous. I don't know if you can hear me in my voice.
At first, I could see you were a little,
yeah,
skittery.
Up a little bit more.